moving on to the next division, man. My favorite division, you know what I'm saying? We got the NFC West. And as
School,
y'all
why you
like
look
to,
like that?
as you know,
You're not
we're
gonna
going
like
to
my
start
answers.
from the, I don't need to like it. It's expected. Um, but as you like to know, I like to start from the bottom up, and we got the San Francisco 49ers coming up first. This is a team that finished 6-11 last year. Really an anomaly, if you ask me, of a season. But as we know, they were the number one injured team last year, so that played a big factor. This offseason, bring back Robert Saleh, who is one of their D coordinators when they were when 2019 when they went to the Super Bowl. And then they paid Brock Purdy, as we know, to that big contract. I think he's sixth, seventh highest paid in the league. Well deserved for the last pick of the draft. Um, Anthony, man, how do you see the 49ers finishing this year,
I knew
dog?
he was gonna come with him first.
Hey, we'll put that hate on the back burner right now, bro. Let's get the real first.
Hey, man, 49ers going to be first in the division, right?
Thank you.
Yes, I'm a fan. Yes, I may be biased, but I would say I do have some question marks. Our defense is new. It's a lot of new talent out there. There's a lot of guys that got something to prove, but we still got a couple of staples on each level of our defense. We got Nick Bosa, who's been somebody that's been reliable. He's kind of been his stats been on the decline, but the way he affects the game is not that far off to where he was before. Fred Warner, he was on his way to having the best season almost for any recent linebacker until he got hurt against the Patriots week 4. I'm confident Fred Warner is going to come back with something to prove. And then we got Diamador Lenore, which I'm very excited about. I feel like he's going to get more. Do your research, brother. I
Man,
feel like he's
they don't
going.
know ball outside of their divisions, bro.
I
They
feel
be
like he's
hating.
going to get recognized more because I feel like our defense is going to be better, right? And I'm not going to say everything because I know Aaron got some more stuff. But our offense, we just need to stay healthy. If CMC, Kittle, and Trent Williams stay healthy for a majority of the season, I think we'll be fine. If you look at our schedule, oh my gosh, I'm
Cake,
not even saying we're going to be first because we're the
cake.
best roster in the division, but our
Shit, cake,
schedule
boy.
is hard to find. Like, okay, like we're definitely going to lose these. Like, there's a lot of winnable games, and that's going to be that's really the main reason why I'm picking us to be first in the division.
Shit, cake, boy. I ain't gonna lie. All right, let's go ahead and get this hate up out the way, man. As you can see, bro, the two to my left, man, just itching to say some crazy shit. So we're gonna go to dude who had his eyes closed most of the time as he was speaking. Very disrespectful, by the way, because I don't recall us doing that with the Patriots. But Miles, go ahead, man. My durag might be too tight or something, bro. But go for it, brother.
Man, I get having an easy schedule, but I tried to say something nice about the Niners, man, and that's the only
There we
thing that
go.
came to mind. Because first in the division is insane. Let's keep it real, man. Like I know the schedule is easy, but I think the biggest thing y'all could have asked for this offseason was health, and that was not granted to y'all. Y'all lost a lot of key players, man. Y'all lost some vets to free agency. Maybe you guys don't need them that much, but I think they were important pieces to y'all team. Y'all signed Brock, which is a huge addition. I like it. I think y'all solidified y'all quarterback moving forward. But y'all lost. I just feel like it's way too many losses and not enough wins this offseason for y'all. Um, to be honest, it's a down year for the Niners. And I think y'all should take this year, enjoy it, win a few games where you can, and just, coast and go get a nice little draft pick. You feel me? Like y'all, take a
Heard you.
break. Take a break.
I heard you.
That's it.
So where you
Where
got
are
him?
we finishing?
I got you.
Did-
How bad
Last,
do I disrespect y'all, man? I got
mind
y'all.
you,
I got y'all at
I
3. I got y'all at 3. That's it. I got y'all at 3. I got y'all at 3.
yeah.
I'm glad you said all of that because I want to counter with everything you said. Who did we lose that was really going to change Like, who did we lose to really be like, oh, they lost this guy, so they're not going to be as good?
And mind you, you're about to name some defensive players.
I am.
And we
very
had
much so.
the 29th ranked defense and get an opponent scoring, by the way. So we're losing people that were part of the worst defense last year. So just wanted to add that before you start talking.
I feel it. I agree. But those players were a part of that team when y'all went to the Super Bowl. So when I say Kinlaw, when I say Hufunga, when I Greenlaw,
Kinlaw,
those are
Greenlaw.
Hufanga was not part of that Super Bowl.
when those law teams, they were part of that Magic. Maybe Hufunga, he tore his ACL, correct? That was the season.
Early in that season, yeah.
But they were still a part of that Magic. That's all I'm saying. And also too, man, y'all lost Debo. Debo might not have been the best producer, but that was Brock's best friend. That was definitely Brock's best friend on that team.
No, it's not.
Yes, he was one of his best friends. Ayuk didn't play at all last year, so he was definitely one of his best friends, especially coming across that middle.
No, go ahead.
So is Debo losing Debo is going to hurt us offensively? That's what you're saying.
Oh yeah,
even though y'all recognize last year in the group, y'all saying this dude is on the decline.
He is. But that don't change the fact that that's still a go-to guy.
So losing somebody on the decline.
That was one of Brock's guys.
No, yes, he was not. He was third in receiving on our team. Jawan Jennings had a better season than him.
Wait, Jawan, okay, that's fine. Go ahead.
I just said somebody. I just compared DJ Moore to Debo, saying like DJ Moore is a better Debo, and that you said that was disrespectful to DJ Moore, but now Debo is a loss. Who is
because they're two different teams. They're not on the same tier, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have the same impact. That doesn't mean he doesn't have an impact.
Debo, since what was that year we were using him as wide back, bro? Was that 21?
20,
that was 21.
20?
When he had his All Pro year though, when it was the most effective. Ever since that year, bro, he's been on the decline, bro. They caught up to that shit. Every time he went in the backfield in motion, they knew he was getting the ball, bro. Everybody was on that shit, bro. So like he, as a receiver, he was not effective for us at all, bro. He was more of just like a sweep guy or a running back guy, which eventually, bro, you can only get so much production out of that. So good riddance.
It's a guy y'all can use in different ways. Didn't y'all lose? Y'all lost Banks. Aaron Banks gone too. Is he not? Or am I wrong?
He didn't have a good season last year. I think that was
one good season. One bad season.
I think another thing you have to understand too, and I'll say this. First off, it was the Debo being on the decline is the Niners' fault, right? Just all the mileage that they've been using on him. So I'm not saying Debo wasn't important to us. He was, but as much as we use Debo, it's kind of like we got to just get rid of him because he's not going to be much value anytime. So
it's not worth the money you paying for a receiver that can't play receiver.
But who did y'all get to fill the void? That's when I'm like, who's filling that void?
We'll get to that if you paid attention. Well, I'll get to that for you, but you would know if you paid attention. Go ahead, Scoop. I know you've been waiting to spill your hate too, brother.
This ain't hate, man. I'm about time to tell y'all the truth. All right, so y'all gonna be dead last. All right, I'm gonna let y'all know why.
Heard you. All right, but off to the next mic.
Y'all gonna be dead last, but you said it because y'all last year y'all was 29th in fucking defense, and y'all ain't add nobody to help y'all with that. So for that reason alone, if you still have a top 5 worst defense, that easy schedule is not gonna matter. And y'all just financed a Nissan Altima and Brock Purdy for about 5 years, so I mean, it's just not gonna look good. And y'all got an old ass BMW in y'all backfield. Yeah, he looked nice on the outside, but the inside, goddamn, bro, he put 100,000, 200,000 miles on that BMW. So he gonna get them tires gonna go out, or that alternator is gonna blow soon. I just don't think it's gonna be nice, man. I think they're in the rebuild stage, which is sad. I always want to root for the local team, but shout out to Brandon. But man, bro, y'all going. The only thing first y'all need to worry about is that first round pick next year.
Go ahead, Aaron. Go ahead, Aaron.
That's some great analysis, man. But to no surprise, man, I got the Niners coming in at number 1. I think if you look at last season, we could have easily been, we finished 6-11, and I got 4 games down on my sheet that we could have won if it wasn't for the defense, man. I got the Rams twice. where we lost by one game, 27-24. Defense sold that, and we all know we had a Ronnie Bell drop a wide open pass that could have put us in field goal range to win the game. Got the Cardinals where the defense give up 11 in the fourth. You know what I'm saying? We lose that game by one. They give up a 4th and 18, bro. You can end the game. You know what I'm saying? In the game over, we win. Boom, we out the crib. No, we lose that. Then you give up a game-winning drive to Geno Smith, of all people. The first time the Niners lose to the freaking Seahawks in the last, 3-4 years, you know what I'm saying? And then you got the next Rams game where Miles' favorite receiver out of nowhere, Deebo Samuel, drops a touchdown that could have put us in front in a game where the weather was shit. So that's 4 games. That's the difference between 6-11 and 10-7, you know what I'm saying? And I think when you look at what we added for defense, you guys say we didn't really add no players. That's wrong. We had Bryce Huff, who is a highly touted free agent going into last season. I'm not expecting Miles to know who that is because he thought Deebo Samuel was our go-to target last season. And then we add Robert Saleh, who is one of the best defensive minded
these players.
See, and Anthony, this is who we argue against because he just said who is Robert Saleh as a player, not knowing that he is a freaking
We know who Robert
coach.
Saleh is, bro. We just saying
he just said who are these players?
I did say who these players are.
Oh my bad.
Exactly.
But we know who Saleh is, bro. But who else did y'all?
All right.
So look.
All right. So we still have in our secondary, we got Renardo Green, who is, if you watch, he was one of the better DBs on our team. He was a rookie last year. Played absolutely well. I think he took, I forget whose position he took last year, but he ended up starting. I know our 2 safeties right now, they're coming back from injury. Malik Mustafa, who replaced Hufanga actually last year, who's a banger. And then we have Jair Brown. I'm not that high on him, but as Anthony mentioned, bro, we still got Fred Warner. You still got Nick Bosa. You know what I'm saying? People. We draft Michael Williams from Georgia. He's not there as a sack specialist yet, but he was one hell of a run stopper, which was one of our biggest problems last year. And so I think the defense is going to take some time when you add a new. It's hard to call him new because he's been there. But there's new players there, so they got to kind of get used to that system. Offensive side of the ball, I don't know why y'all talk shit so much. This was a number 4 ranked offense last year, passing offense. That's where all the injuries, the top 15, or I'll just say they were the 12th ranked rushing offense, and that's without McCaffrey. And so when you add CMC back to that mix, Trent Williams missed some games last year. George Kittle is still one of the best tight ends in the game, if not
How old
the
is
best.
Trent?
I don't know. He like 35, 36, but the way players still
Approaching
talk about
38.
him, they
That
still
nigga
say
40.
he's one of the best. That he's still. I mean, nigga, how old is your quarterback, bruh? That nigga is 40. What is we talking about, bruh? What is we talking about? You got to talk about a Nissan. Boy, you got a 95 Civic at quarterback.
And that's
And
Trent.
that motherfucker run. That's top 10
And that's
quarterback.
Trent Williams.
That's top.
And that's Trent Williams.
All right.
Boy,
Top 10
got
quarterback,
Ford
too.
Bronco.
And then we still got Ayuk on the back burner. My boy coming back. He had an all-pro season, obviously, his last full healthy season. And then we got Ricky Pearsall, man. I know y'all gonna be like, he ain't shit, but the nigga got shot last year. Let's be real, bro. And then he came back to it. Who coming back after getting shot?
Hell.
In the chest.
Okay, 50 Cent.
What?
Like, I respect it, but
All right,
man,
Brian
And
Robinson Jr.
and
got
he-
shot, came back, and was still going crazy.
Okay, and Ricky
That's right.
went crazy too in his games that he played.
He gonna get strapped.
Finished with I think he finished with 400 yards, a couple, or maybe 3 or 4. I don't know his exact stats, but I'm expecting him to have a huge season for us, kind of taking over. It's hard. I want to say receiver 1 until B get back, because I know Jawan Jennings is battling some injuries, who is 30 yards away from 1,000. He was a better receiver than Debo last year. I know you probably don't know who that is. I'll be surprised if you know who Jawan Jennings is, but
I do.
Debo was
15?
nowhere near. Debo was nowhere near our number 1, number 2 receiver last year, bro, and that's cool. We appreciate everything Debo did for us.
That was
but,
Brock. So why are we
you know,
acting like that? Brock did not like to look his way. Brock loved to look his way. Why are you acting like that?
We're talking about last season,
Yeah,
and
last
that
season.
was not. We had two guys touch 1,000 damn near, and it was George and Juwan. You're telling me Debo, he liked to look Debo's way?
Debo was
and
sick.
Debo wasn't
Debo
close?
was sick, and wasn't he battling like a injury last year too, the whole season?
Ammonia.
You would have thought the nigga got shot the way he was playing, and he wasn't even close to getting shot.
Well, shit, the nigga came in.
The man has had 1,000-yard season in his entire career. You're telling me that's his favorite target?
Look,
no, I'm not Brock.
Hey, the years,
you just said that was his favorite target. Now you're not Brock.
I'm just going off what I see, brother. That's it. You like that?
And what you see is a guy that
you don't even watch the games. The year that Brock Purdy started right and started getting love and took over, Debo had 632. The next year he had 892, and then the next year he had 670. He was at best the third in receiving on the team. He either had two of the three above him. He had Jawan Jennings, he had Brandon Ayuk, or he had George Kittle. Shoot, freaking Christian McCaffrey was even on his heels on receiving yards. So to say he was Brock's favorite target, like, you just showing that talking.
You're not exactly, and that's cool. I expect that.
So what about the targets? Can we talk about targets? Was he up there in targets? If not, if he wasn't up there in targets, I'll shut up.
You should know this if that was his favorite receiver. The way you was talking,
I thought you would have
done. It's okay, Miles. It's hard to watch.
I don't have him in front of me.
I don't blame you. We ain't really watching too much.
It's hard to watch playoff teams, I guess.
Right.
Were they a playoff team?
That's a playoff team.
When the last
6-11?
Were they?
One season, and it's hard to watch us, but y'all for sure was watching us the year
Mike
before.
Mike Tomlin go 9-8 for all these years.
Best coach in the league.
I mean, he didn't make it. He was at the. He was.
All right, man. So we got
a season with the ass quarterback. So,
but last thing I want to say about it, man, Robert Saleh. I think him and Kyle Shanahan are the top three play callers on their respectable side of the ball. That's going to make a huge difference. We was just talking about, is coaching overrated? And I think Robert Saleh is going to prove that it is not overrated this year by reviving our defense and making it a competing unit. Offense, the only thing that's going to hurt us is injuries, just like every year.
Only thing.
But and that's with any team, bro.
It's fine.
You still can't.
If we're healthy,
what's wrong with
different. The water different in Santa Clara.
With all the injuries we had last year, we still had a top 5 passing offense and scoring offense. So what outside of injury school, what else do we have to worry about?
Outside of injuries, what else you have to worry about?
If we were a top 5, if we were a total offense ranked number 4, and we're a top 5 passing offense with a top 12 rushing offense without the best running back, what do we have to worry about outside of injuries? Like, because you're saying there's something else. What is it? Because we got everybody back healthy right now.
You got everybody.
And what's our holes right now? Debo.
Exactly. So what's our holes right now?
Your holes is just a bunch of question marks. Like, you know how Madden, like, it has a bunch of stars in the players. You got a bunch of question marks on your whole offense. Your whole offensive shit got question marks.
So who? Like who?
The old man on the left tackle. You got the Nissan Altima, and you got that old ass BMW, and then your 50 cent, 25 cent over there in your slot, and then y'all got who?
So the same guys you're naming who played last year. Majority of last year.
Well, no, you're just saying it's injuries. You're saying it's injuries, but I'm also saying it's injuries plus their age. Like, that's something else to worry about too.
Brock Purdy.
You just said it was 26
on our team.
How old is you just said 26-year-old was like the cutoff for running backs. How old is Christian McCaffrey?
I didn't. Say
your former teammate.
That's how we get described.
Right? Yeah. Man,
just be honest with yourselves. That's all we saying, man. One is crazy,
man. Coming from where you had the Patriots,
I definitely had him at 2. I had him at 2. That's fair. That is fair. Okay. We got better. Y'all didn't get better. I had him at 2. We got better. What?
Look at the schedule. 49ers schedule, and just let us know where we're gonna have.
The only teams I had is losing to. Only team I had is losing to, just because it was a divisional game, is the Rams and the Seahawks.
2 games.
Everything else, bro. We playing the NFC South, bro. That shit is cakewalk. You know what I'm saying?
You just named all these teams y'all had close games against. So those teams did not get better during this offseason? 'Cause I think they
Man,
did. A lot
You
of
preach.
think
those
the
teams'
C
names
you
got
think you
better.
think this you think the Seahawks got better?
Yes, their
They
running
got
game
Cooper
is
Cup.
nasty.
They, hey,
They have one of
they
the worst
right.
O lines and Sam Darnold.
So
But
Cooper
hey,
Cup,
Sam Darnold had a good
the
season
guy
last.
who LA
Let,
he
he
had a
did say
good season
Debo was
last while.
valuable.
He had a good season because of who? Let's be real now. He had a
let's
good
talk
season
about it. Let's
because of
talk
who?
about the Seahawks. Let's talk about them.
Are they next up on the
They
list?
are
Are they?
because
They're not
They
next.
could
They're
be.
not
Are
next. They're not
they
next.
They
could
could
be.
be.
Right now we got the Arizona Cardinals, man. They finished 8-9. Talk about a team that not much has changed. They ain't changed shit other than their draft pick. Obviously, they got Kyler at quarterback. They drafted Marvin Harrison very high last year. Not a bad pick. One of the better receivers in that draft class. How do you guys see the Cardinals finishing this season? Not you guys, but Miles. How do you see them finishing?
I got the Cardinals. Ooh, that's tough. I got the Cardinals at 2 this year. I got the Cardinals at 2. It's a stretch, but I think this is a proven year for Kyler Murray. I think this is a proven year for that team in general, especially Kyler Murray. I think Kyler Murray definitely got to put up his best football, or Arizona's going to find a new quarterback over this next offseason. I like how they added Josh Sweat from the Eagles. That pass rush definitely got improved. I mean, I don't want to harp on the whole team, but I think they based off their schedule too. Like you saying the Niners got an easy schedule. I think the Cardinals got a pretty moderate schedule too, man. So I think they could be dang near up there, at least make a wild card appearance, man, with that, especially with Marvin Harrison and Trey McBride. I think they got the pieces to be great. And they had one of the best rushing offenses last year too. So I really didn't see a lot of regression. They got better. So and Kyler got to prove it. So I got him at 2.
he look irritated as hell. Aaron look irritated as hell.
Cool.
All right.
Man.
Because I know he had him last.
Heard you. School, where you got the they are last,
Yeah.
but School, where you got the Cardinals finishing?
I got them second as well. I got them well above the Niners. Main reason why, because Miles said they're rushing, and I think James Conner is a slept-on running back, a hard smash mouth football. With that, Trey McBride, Kyler Murray, I think he's a proven guy too. Marvin Harrison, which probably will be the next guy that we're talking about, like the top 5, top 10 wideouts in the NFL. I think this is going to be his breakout year. And on the defensive side, they got that boy Will Johnson. I think Will Johnson going to be strapping. I think he slept on. I think he's going to be a hell of a cornerback in that division. I just think, like you said, it's not a lot of pieces missing. They don't have injury problems, so that's why I got them second.
And where you got them finishing?
Productive, but that line is not going to be like the Eagles line. So we're going to see if he could carry the load there. Will Johnson, I like that addition there. Buda Baker's always a competitor. You always going to see him flying around. But outside of that, I still don't really got much belief in their coach. He hasn't really proved anything to me. I got them little bros of the division still.
Yeah, I got them fourth, man. They were really in the thick of it last year. If you were paying attention to their team, I think they were number 2 or number 1 for the good part of early last year. And then it kind of fell apart due to their quarterback. It's kind of been the story with Kyler Murray. He gets off to these great starts and then he flames out towards the end of the season. So it leaves me no reason to think that this year is going to be any different. He's just a small stature quarterback. We know running's a big part of his game. It's one hit away from broken rib. I mean, it's what we've seen the last few years with Kyler Murray. And so I'm not too high on him as a quarterback finishing playing a full 17 and carrying that team. And then I just really don't know what they have on defense, honestly. I like their coach, though. He came from Philly when they made that first championship run. So I think they're a very defensive minded team. So it probably won't matter who they got outside of Buda and stuff like that. But my reason why I got him fourth is I got Kyler under Sam Darnold. Honestly, I'm not that high on him like you guys are. So that's where I got them finishing. Any more thoughts on the Arizona Cardinals before we get up to the next team?
Ah,
Nah.
nah.
Which leads us now to the next team, man. We got the Seattle Seahawks. Um, Key acquisitions, man. They get Sam Darnold after his career year, throwing the ball to Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. Uh, how do you see that the Seahawks finishing this year, Anthony?
I got them third. I got them winning around 8 games. Something about the Seahawks, something in that water. They always compete. They're always competitive. I just don't think they have the talent to really sustain wins and everything. I feel like even though Gino was Gino, I feel like he was a big part of their organization culturally. He was somebody that they could get behind and really just feed off of. Let's see if Sam Darnold do the same thing. I like Kenneth Walker, but he can't stay healthy. Um, we'll see how if Cooper Kupp's bounces back. But it's a lot of question marks. A lot of guys that you really depended on in years past, like Tyler Lockett and DK, is out the picture. So we'll see how that transitions over. They'll look a lot different.
Miles, how you got them finishing?
I got them at 3 as well, above the Niners. And the biggest reason is because, like we were saying, like I was saying before, they got better. They got Leonard Williams on the defensive end. They got Demarcus Lawrence. I think just those two alone definitely move a needle for sure. They got Nick, a
They
guy.
already had Leonard Williams.
Well, they got Demarcus Lawrence to go right alongside him, brother. And they got Nick Imawari, who I misspoke. He is on the Seahawks, and with Julian Love in that backfield, which I think is a heck of a tandem back there. They got Reek Willing, Devon Witherspoon. So I think them dudes got a nice secondary. Nice secondary. Um, Anthony kind of touched on it. They always compete. I think the best thing they got going in their favor is unpredictability. We don't know what to expect from them, which is dangerous when you're trying to scout for a team week in and week out. Sam Darnold, we have the biggest question: was it Justin Jefferson or was it actual Sam Darnold getting better? We don't know. We'll see this season, but he does have a great receiver who might be on the decline, but he definitely got gas in the tank and Cooper Kupp. And if Sam Darnold don't work, you got a hell of a running back, then quarterback in Jalen Milroe. No disrespect, but I think he definitely can light it up for them in Seattle. So I got him at 3, man, just for that factor.
Scoop, what about you, man?
As well. I just think they got the good foundation parts though. Like they got JSN though, JSN, Cooper Kupp, and got Kenneth Walker if he can stay healthy. I like Noah Fant too. He's a good tight end that no one really talking about. Sam Darnold is the biggest question mark on the offense though, so that's why I got him third. I think if he sinks, then the whole offense sinks with him. Because I think Jalen Milroe could be a good quarterback, but it's just if you can't do it at Bama, bro, it's gonna be hard to do it in the league. So. I think I think that whole quarterback is just an iffy on that offensive side. Defensive side, like Miles said, like those are the little additions gonna help, but I don't think it's gonna move the needle too much. So I got them 8 and 9, third place.
I got him third too, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Noah Fant just left. Am I? Didn't he get signed somewhere?
He got cut, I think.
He got cut.
Yeah, I think so. Right now on their roster, they got AJ Barner, and I know Elijah Arroyo is a tight end from the U, if I'm not mistaken, rookie that they got. Yeah, they
Yeah, he
drafted
got
him in
cut.
this
He on the Bengals.
drafted him second round, but uh, I mean, I know you guys named their defensive acquisitions or acquisition and Demarcus Lawrence, but pretty much their defense is still the same from what the Niners have seen, and from what the NFC West has seen. And I know they got a defensive-minded coach and Mike McDonald, who kind of made his stamp last year with that team. But like y'all mentioned, Sam Darnold, I think just throwing a Justin Jefferson, it got him 100 million. So he can thank Jettis for that, but I don't think that's going to translate into Seattle. I do like their offensive core though. I really like Torrey Holton. That's somebody who I wanted for the Niners. And then he just so happened to go to them. I draft Kenneth Walker almost every year in fantasy. But like Anthony said, injuries has struck him. And so I like one piece on their defense, Devon Witherspoon. He's a dog. He's one of their only dogs that they got on that defense. He can cover, he can tackle. And so it's not enough, in my opinion. I think when you downgrade at quarterback from Geno to Sam, you're going to feel that. Sam can throw the hell out of the ball, but the consistency problem is the thing for me. We've seen him make great throws, some throws that some quarterbacks can't make, and then we see him throw the dumbest shit ever. And just kind of lose himself. We all heard that mic'd up clip a few years ago when he's like, I'm just seeing ghosts out there. Like, that is who Sam Darnold is. That doesn't just go away because of one good year. So I got him third. I'm not really seeing what y'all see. Or Miles, you got him second? Or
I
you
had
got
him
him
at
third?
third. I had him at third.
Oh, then never mind. We all in the same boat then. They third for me too. So
Miles had San Francisco and Seattle third. I never heard that before.
Oh shit. I got the Niners fourth. My bad, y'all.
It's
Respect.
okay. I picked up the pieces. It's okay.
Appreciate you, brother. And I
which leads us
apologize
to
for
the
going to
last
sleep on you,
team.
bro. It wasn't personal. It was just, you feel me? I just didn't get the one
Come
spot.
on, I didn't even know until Aaron said it.
Wait, what happened? What happened?
I said I didn't even know until Aaron said it.
Uh, uh, which leads us to our last team, man, in the NFC West. We got the Los Angeles Rams, who could potentially be led by Jimmy Garoppolo week 1. We don't know what's happening with their quarterback, Matt Stafford. He was supposed to be back in practice a couple days ago, but he's dealing with a back injury. And as you know, that back, as you age, I think Matt's 35, 36. The back don't just magically get better. But they do have a great young core on the defensive side of the ball. They really popped out last year. They obviously lost to the Super Bowl champions in the divisional in Philly last year. And so, Anthony, how do you see the Rams finishing this year?
I got them second. I actually got the Rams and the Niners winning 11 games each. I actually think right now they have better roster on paper in the division. But shoot, I don't know if that's the case if Matthew Stafford ain't gonna play anymore. If you put it was just video today, Jimmy throwing them hospital balls, so we gonna see. If he doing that, he gonna put his he gonna put his guys in danger. But I mean, it's okay. They'll do a good job covering Jimmy up if they have to go that route. I don't see them becoming first in the division if they got to go with Jimmy G. But they got McVay, who's a hell of a coach. I think he's a top 3 play caller. I really like Kyron Williams. I feel like he's a dog. So a running back that's not talked about enough. That young core on the defensive side with Byron Young and Jared Verse on the edge. Then you got Kobe Turner and the guy that came from Florida State last year as well. I just like their energy. We'll see how they got to do it now though, because when contracts start expiring, good luck. But they're doing pretty good. I think some question marks are that second level, the linebackers. Feel like they never really had a solid linebacker outside of Bobby Wagner that one year and Ernest Jones, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, who knows? They like to just put people out there, and if you could compete, go compete. So we'll see. But I see them. I see them doing pretty well and competing this year. It'll be a big difference between a Matthew Stafford led offense and a Jimmy G led offense.
Sure. Scoop, how you see them finishing?
I got them finishing first. I just think they're a well put team. I think the division is going to be easy for them. I don't think they have that much of a schedule. Yeah, so I got them finishing first. I know Matthew Stafford hurt with his little back and shit, but I think the NFL's he gonna be all right. I think it's kind of like we're gonna preserve you. You don't need to be doing too much right now. And you just know the type of person that he is. He gonna play through his injuries. I know he's kind of old and that shit can take a toll on you, but he a competitor and he ain't gonna back down. You're gonna take him out.
For sure. You think that's a good approach to preserve like that when you bring in someone like Devontae Adams? I know they're both veterans, and so obviously, I mean, we know that QB receiver chemistry is really important, especially if it's a new guy, especially a level Devontae. You think that would be a smart approach if that's the approach they're taking and just trying to preserve him?
I think so. You know, they've been in the league for a minute. They know who it is. They know what teams they're playing against, and they know what teams like to do. I understand. You know how. Well, from a wide receiver perspective, I know you understand. Like you need that chemistry and all that. But I mean, you got Devontae Adams. Just throw it in his readies. You're gonna get that shit.
It's not the Devontae Adams we once knew, unfortunately. That's what it's looking like. You could prove me wrong though, but because I don't know. I mean, he had A-Rod back last year, and he kind of showed up a little bit, but it wasn't the same Devontae we knew from Green Bay, and even that one year in Vegas. But he is getting up there in age, so we'll see. Miles, how you feel about the Rams this year?
I'm gonna just focus on the offense. I think you guys kind of touched on the defense already and kind of grazed over the quarterback situation. I did just see an article saying that Stafford will practice on Saturday, so that's a good sign for him. But even if not, man, why are we? I feel like the Jimmy slander is understandable to an extent. We forget Jimmy G led a team to the Super Bowl. Granted, he missed one throw short of winning a Super Bowl, but he still had them at the door, which a lot of quarterbacks ain't did, bro. He had a bad stint in his last few years, but he still has capability of running the offense. He's a backup, but he's a serviceable backup, which is why he's on the NFL roster right now. But if it's not Jimmy G, and if it's Stafford, oh, that offense, the sky's the limit, man. That team could go pretty far. So that's why I got him at one, man. I think Puka and Devontae. I know I say there's a lot of top five duos in the NFL, but like just with that team in general, I mean, Devontae could kick it back in the Green Bay gear, then yeah, they nice. And you got a quarterback in Stafford that's gonna air it out and just chuck it downfield. Oh, it's lit. So I got the Rams in